And you just listen to a young girl who was saying that the Nigerian community here is totally very angry. It covers all those aspects affecting the various states of our nation. Beth was the Ijaw country of the Niger Delta of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He went to several schools. His major academic genesis was at the government college, Ujeli. And
go gather, destroy their food. With the camp and that other camp, some camp, you don't compensate everybody.
In its key generation sometimes. Today our focus will be on the style of J.P. Clark, a poet and writer, and we shall also be very interested in his poem Akbar Dancer.
Some lives are meaningful, some are empty. There are the lives that are eventful, with too much meaning and riches to offer humankind. Long after some of these earthly adventures are no more, one can still find footprints of these great lives on the pavements of our contemporary lives.
Good evening, you're welcome to the program Green Planet. Hello and welcome to People, Places and Events. In today's program, I shall be bringing you excerpts of the presentation of an independent consultant, Mr. Fobinyam Ndenecho, Teghen, who participated during the workshop on fighting poverty and engaging conservation through sounds, organized by the African Center for Community and Development with collaboration from the Limbe Botanic Garden and other development stakeholders.
Management, technology, and poverty. You are your greatest resource. Like right now, my left hand is my greatest resource. Or this microphone will run away. Okay.
Purposes. There is a newfound respect for indigenous knowledge systems. That's a fancy phrase, which meaning it just means that the stuff your grandfather did. Because basically what they will tell you is, we in Africa don't have no technology. Of course, the mobile phones, the cameras and all of that apparently comes from Europe, so you think you don't have technology. You have it. And right now, it has become the latest fashion to look back on indigenous knowledge systems. Because you cannot be living in an environment for 1,000 years and have not yet mastered at least some trick about how that environment works. I'll give you a simple example. 2 or 3 years back, I was doing a program with the director of the African Center for Community and Development in one of the communities along the coastline. And it came to our knowledge in an interview he was conducting, I was assisting in that, the people there said their ancestral fishing areas are being violated by commercial trawlers, and it's leading to a low outcome in their fishing. That's what they wanted. This guy said, no way. We, from our Aztec culture, we've been planting mixed crop farming, and they insisted on that. And so what happens? One potato has a disease, the other potato is resistant to that disease, the two potatoes communicate and make the other one more disease. So one potato actually vaccinates the other one. Yes. Accessing credit is generally far easier when you have a record of your activities, because finances or donors generally require a record of whatever activity you are involving them in, so they can make a fair assessment, their own judgment about what your needs are and how much they are prepared to commit. You decide when you want to go to an airport. You know that Susan is leaving at 10:15, you are there before 10:15 to check in. If you don't check in, that plane is leaving. They have standard operating procedures. We need that. You have a question?
Good evening once more. Before I ask my question, I would like to congratulate Mr. Ndenecho for a very, very brilliant presentation. I think we have to clap again for Mr. Ndenecho. It's not very much a question, but a clarification I need from Mr. Ndenecho. you use the phrase, I'm still trying to pinpoint the phrase. You say, we have to get our hands dirty if we are to achieve anything in this world. Please, Mr. Ndenecho, I know what you mean by this phrase is very different from the general conception of the phrase. And I will not want us to leave this hall without you making some more clarifications upon this phrase. Because if you go to Limbe Market and you say, dirty your hands, it means you want to use, I think we should have the courage to say the word, use blood to make money. And I don't want to think that that is the meaning of this phrase. So Mr. Ndenecho, please, I would like you to clarify a little bit on the meaning of, we have to get our hands dirty if you want to achieve anything in this world. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Ndenecho, for that question. It looks like I got lost in translation. Let me recap on that. First thing is that phrase, in terms of the manner in which it was expressed, based on the fact that we are mostly an agrarian community. 60–70% of us are farmers. In fact, basically all of us are farmers. And the phrase, dirty your hands, means if you want to get things happening, you have to do them yourself. For example, it's basically from a farm, get your hands in the soil and start working. That is why I said it is not, the only important thing is not just saying what government is doing wrong. It's also making a change. Because I don't think it's important for us to say, okay, how do we start off a large agro-industrial concern here? How do we start off an industrial fishing, trawling venture? It's important too, but it's more important in terms of, to me, how I approach this topic. I took it from the individual perspective. I was coming down to say, what can I do? What can you do to make a change? To make it happen for yourself. And the best thing is, take all the negative aspects of statistics into consideration, and then go down, get yourself to work. Because if you procrastinate, you say, okay, things are too bad and it can't happen for me, and we don't have no technology, we're not getting nowhere. So that's there. So getting your hands dirty doesn't mean, in my way of expressing it, doesn't mean doing something outlandish to make money. It simply means doing the basic business of work. Get down to work yourself. Yes.
Thank you very much. If there's no question, we're going to have a short musical interlude.
Were worth your day, and thank you very much for tuning in on to People, Places and Events, and I hope to see you in subsequent editions. Bye bye. It has been Arrey Ivo.
In its degeneration sometimes. Today our focus will be on the style of J.P. Clark, a poet and writer, and we shall also be very interested in his poem Akbar Dancer. Some lives are meaningful.
Some are empty.
There are lives that are eventful, with too much meaning and riches to offer humankind. Long after some of these earthly adventures are no more, one can still find footprints of these great lives on the pavements of our contemporary lives.
Good evening, you're welcome to the program Green Planet.